Postgame Show and react on the game.
It's time for the Lakers Postgame Show tonight as we recap Game 38 of the season for the Lake Show from LA Live. Lakers versus Raptors is a final.
Lakers basketball is a final.
877-710 ESPN.
This is the Lakers Postgame Show.
Tipping off now.
Here's Beto Duran.
Let's get going. Lakers get by Toronto 132-131. A Tuesday night. It's a little bit after 10:30. And just like the Pope says on the YouTube chat right now, sloppy win. I completely agree. This is a Toronto team that was missing a big man. This is a Toronto team that you should have worked the paint. And Anthony Davis gets you 41 points. Love that. Love Anthony Davis, what he did tonight. And what he does every single night. MVP type game all season long. This is what he's supposed to do. Yet, as much as I want to be happy about this game, and mind you, I am happy because the Lakers won and they're getting back in their second game. They're back to 500 at 19-19. But doesn't it feel like it shouldn't be this hard? Now, give a lot of credit to Toronto. Toronto is a good team. They're right now, after that trade where they pick up quickly, where they pick up RJ Barrett. Now, record-wise, they're 15-22. They're kind of what the Lakers are right now. It was a fun game to be at. There was a good energy in the building. There was a good vibe. Lakers looked a little bit better, the way they're flowing. Yet, something, I don't know, am I the only one that feels like this? Where something just doesn't quite feel right? Like, am I being too critical about this? I know people call me the hater, but should it be this hard against Toronto? I don't think so. Maybe I just hold them up to a higher standard and I expect more. But at the end of the day, a win is a win. And right now, the way the Lakers have been going, you'll take the win any way you can because, last week we were like, oh, what's going on? And what cures a lot of the ills that the team has is winning. Now, there were a lot of positive with this game. Anthony Davis, again, 41 points, fantastic. LeBron James had 0 points in the first quarter, ends up with 22 and 12. Getting the assist, and LeBron James making sure to get his teammates involved. D'Angelo Russell coming off the bench. I like this D'Angelo Russell. Come in, 4 of 8 shooting, right there, 11 points. And Christian Wood continues to take advantage of opportunities. 14 big points for Christian Wood. Knocks down a couple of threes. I like that. Max Christie, 18 minutes around that I like. He looks more confident as he plays. 6 points for Max Christie. The Lakers shot 44% from three. Good. They were the bigger team today. They should have gone to the free throw line more. And we're going to get into that because I know the Toronto coach is heated. Anthony Davis was getting fouled a lot. He knocked down his free throws, 13 of 14. So you can look at it, but just 131, 132, just something, something just doesn't quite feel right with me. And I don't know why. Because I know when they play a team that's better than this, it's not going to cut it. That's my concern. I think I'm looking at the big picture. Just like Darvin Ham has said, look at the bigger picture, right? It's that marathon. It's going forward. Their Lakers are still trying to figure out their flow, still trying to figure out their rhythm, still trying to figure out what's going on. Cam Reddish, as much as we want to get on him, looked better tonight. 13 points, 4 of 7 shooting. Austin Reeves didn't look like himself, but he got you the 7 assists. This is what I like from the Lakers, is that when you're not in your flow as a player, find something else that you can do. The effort can be there. The attitude can be there. That's what I like. Because tell me that a week ago, 10 days ago, this game, it's not going to even be close. You know why? Because they probably would have lost by 10. So there is progress for this Laker team. I like it. Yet, I want to hear from you. Is this a game where you're happy that they won, or is there still some concern with it? 877-710-ESPN, 877-710-ESPN. A lot of positives from this game. A lot. But maybe we expect more from this team. It shouldn't be this tough. And I don't even want to get into, they're hurt. There's no Gabe Vincent. No, Rui. No. Forget about that. this team as it is right now that's on the court, I love the effort. I love the attitude. I love the approach. Just something doesn't quite sit right with me. Give me a call and convince me either way. 877-710-ESPN, 877-710-3776 on a night where the Lakers win by 132-131. And mind you, it wasn't even that close because at the end, Shooter banked in a three to make it closer, which I know was very concerning for a couple of you. Michael Funches, my man, executive producer extraordinaire. Funch, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like AD should have had 50 tonight.
I told you, yeah, AD should have had 50 tonight.
Because in the third quarter, he only had 2 shot attempts.
Yeah, no points.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah, what's going on with that?
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
and all of a sudden, in the last 8 minutes, I believe, Beto, he had 20 points.
Yeah,
Just the last 8 minutes of the game.
Right now, watching Anthony Davis work is so much fun. It's a lot of fun. Go to a game. Lakers are going to be here in January a lot. Go and just watch Anthony Davis. The way he's moving, fantastic. All right. But you get what I'm saying, though, right? Like, it's a good win, but there's still a little something like,
Yeah, that you want to desire or something.
like
or,
it shouldn't be this hard.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be
against Toronto, yes.
Yeah. Nice young man, Will Flores. How you doing?
I'm doing good, Beto.
Will, what did I tell you with 4 minutes to go?
4 minutes to go. Beto looks at me and says, OT.
It just, something didn't sit right. And I'm not being a hater right now. I guess I just have higher expectations. Like, maybe because also I told Kaplan, like, before the game, like, this is an easy win for the Lakers tonight. But give a lot of credit to Toronto. That team is looking different with R.J. Barrett and who's the guy they picked?
Emmanuel Quickly.
Quickly can shoot, man. Quickly's fun. I like Quickly. I love R.J. Barrett, too.
Before he got traded, he might have been Sixth Man of the Year candidate, but him and Austin Reeves.
Yep. Now it's just Quickly. Austin Reeves. And Pascal Siakam. I love his game. That dude just shoot anytime. I'm a big Toronto kind of guy. And kids in the back tonight, we got Parker Bell. What's up, Parker? You're running around?
Yeah, what up, Beto? You saw me, taking pictures. I had to get that little picture of you with the one and only Grupo Frontera.
There
Come
you
on
go.
now.
We all had to find out who they were. We'll talk about that later. Parker, who's with you tonight?
I got Warren Flowers, formerly intern, now officially part-time with ESPN LA, so big congrats to Warren Flowers.
Nice. We'll check in with Warren later on. I believe this is the first time you and I worked together, right, Florian? What, Warren? First time you and I worked together?
Yeah, this is going to be the first time. We're getting issues with his little headset, but we'll get that figured out.
All right, cool.
Yes.
All right, 877-710-ESPN, 877-710-3776. Give me a call. We'll take your calls coming up on the Lakers Postgame Show on 710 ESPN.
Coming up. is the Lakers Postgame Show
Highlights from tonight's Lakers game and your reaction on the Lakers line.
on 710 ESPN. Call now to be part of the Lakers Postgame Show and react on the game.
877-710 ESPN.
Hi, this is Anthony Davis of your Los Angeles Lakers.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
It's time for Lakers postgame.
Here's Beto Duran.
You got to win the games at home. The Lakers do that tonight, 132-131 against the Toronto Raptors, who will be on the second night of a back-to-back tomorrow when they take on the Clippers, so the Raptors stay in town. Said, love everybody interacted on the YouTube chat, on the social media accounts. Everybody that's tweeting at us. I'm at Duran Sports if you want to get involved. On my Instagram, I'm Beto Vision. And a shout out to everybody leaving crypto.com arena. I had a couple friends there tonight. My boy Polanco, who has business in Toronto, so he brought his people out. I have people in Montreal that showed up. You know, I do a lot of boxing in Canada, so I've gotten to know the Canadians well. So I made sure to post a "Oh Canada" anthem on my Instagram. Go and check that out. So I had a good night tonight. And I said, like, if you're in the YouTube chat, give us a call. Pope from Whittier is on the line. He was in the YouTube chat. The Pope, what's going on? Are you worried or am I overreacting?
Hey, no, definitely worried, man. And shout out to the Circle Trust. I just wanted to talk about just a few things. It was definitely a sloppy win. It felt like a loss, I know every win, you celebrate, but you're thinking we have championship aspirations. So the fact that, man, they led the turnovers, they had 15-12, so they played sloppy offense. You shouldn't need 40 points to beat the Raptors. That's the point. So that's not sustainable over a whole course of a season. Now, something that was refreshing was that even though Austin Reeves didn't shoot well, he had 7 assists. So you find, good players find good different ways to impact the game once, you're struggling. So there's that. But it just seemed like they relied a lot in the final 3-4 minutes on Anthony Davis to win, and it felt like if he didn't make everything, they would have lost. They would have been a different game. You kind of see that there wasn't another slasher, and they missed like a player like Schroeder, like a guard or anyone that could just take it to the paint other than their 2 stars, So that's what this team is missing. I know the trade deadline is coming up, and the Lakers could theoretically start to trade any of the players. They'll all be trade eligible by the 15th, I believe. So one player that would be good for us, that would check a lot of the boxes, would be Bojan Bogdanovic from the Pistons, that big guy that used to be with the Jazz. So that's just, it. And just wanted to get your take on that and what type of, player or you would want the Lakers to acquire in the trade deadline.
Pope, hold on the line. Michael Funches wants to give you some information, right? He wants to talk to you because that was a good call. That's the way it started off, Pope, on the Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN. And the trade deadline, the players that are eligible on the 15th to be traded, and the trade deadline is going to be February 8th. Now, I was talking with some people on the court today about what could the Lakers possibly do. And there was a story by our good friend Dave McMenamin also on ESPN.com about, the Lakers aren't exactly going to be the team that's going to be in that blockbuster kind of a trade, because they did that last year where they give up a bunch of people and it doesn't, quite happen. I know the Zach LaVine world is out there, but that's an interesting one because Zach LaVine has that longer contract. So after LeBron, you're still going to have Zach LaVine. So it sounds like the Lakers are going to do something to support what they have, as in they want to enhance what they have right now. Bogdan, that's an interesting one because I know Detroit's in that skid. I think if this is a part of the season where you look around, what do you need? And if it is D'Angelo Russell, who is gone, and by the way, good game for D'Angelo Russell tonight, you're going to need that guard. And Sedano brought something up on his show today with Scott Kaplan about you want to use somebody who can run the point for you. You mentioned that slasher. You got to have somebody that can be able to move the ball for you. The big man, Christian Wood, if he continues to evolve the way that he's doing, Christian Wood getting in there, having the points and knocking down threes. He's a big dude. He had the 24 minutes tonight, and he continues to take advantage of the role that he's getting. You have a guy who's 6'8", 6'9". He can be somewhere around the rim. I know that you want to have somebody that's bigger when Anthony Davis is out of the game. That's what you would like to have. That's where, Jackson Hayes was given an opportunity, but tonight the DNP, it's not going to be just one player that the Lakers are going to get. I think it's going to be a couple of players, but they're not going to be sexy, but they're going to be grinders that you need to solidify your squad. And the point about Anthony Davis, you shouldn't need 41 from him. You shouldn't, but boy, oh boy, are you going to take it. You are definitely going to take it. In the last couple of minutes, I'm all about it. Feed the big man. Feed him all day long. Kelvin in Compton, you're on the Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN. Kelvin, how was the game for you tonight?
Yeah, Beto, I'm glad we got the win, but I kind of agree with you just in terms of the atmosphere of the team, and I disagree. I don't think we need to worry about acquiring any more individuals. I think we've got the talent. We just got to get everybody healthy. We got to get Ruri back, and here's what was missing tonight, in my opinion. They need to play smarter, particularly on defense. If the other team is shooting three-point shots, well, you got to guard the three-point shots. If you have a 5-point lead with 24 seconds left, you don't give up 2 layups in 6 seconds without fouling. You don't do that. That's not being smart. So this is something that can be acquired, that can be learned, and but they've got to get a group that they're going to play the 9, 10 at most, and get some consistency in the rotation, and I think we'll be okay. I think we can be okay. I don't think we necessarily need to add anybody in. That's my thought.
Kelvin, as always, I appreciate the phone call. Kelvin's long-time season ticket holder. Love hearing from him because he gives you that perspective. He's got good seats, too. I need to go sit down and meet Kelvin one day. I need to go talk to him, see his perspective. But, yeah, we talk about how the Lakers need consistency, right? How we got to get the consistency. We got to figure things out. Got to have the solid rotation, but then you're going to go make a trade and you're going to still try to build that consistency and the chemistry, right? You got to be like, hey, what's your name? Hey, who are you? Hey, what do you do? The health factor, I mean, I'm not even counting on Gabe Vincent. It's Rui Hachimura when he comes back gives you that, like the 6'8", 6'9". And you're right. The closing out on guys that are wide open can't happen. You got to make the different rotations on the defensive side. Lakers tonight, points in the paint. Well, it wasn't even close. Points in the paint tonight. It was Toronto with the advantage. That's right. The Raptors had the advantage 70-50. And that's a crazy stat considering that Anthony Davis had 41 points tonight. And points in the paint all season long, sponsored by Vista Paint. Locally owned and manufactured for over 65 years. Vista Paint is your home for factory direct, high-quality paint products. Vista Paint, your championship team of paint professionals for over 65 years. And you need a break from the everyday? Of course you do. But we're not going to get one anytime soon because the Lakers will play every other day. Well, fans, it might be your lucky day because tonight, Fantasy Springs Resort Casino is giving away 2-night stay plus dinner, golf, or bowling for 2. Make any day your lucky day. Book now at fantasysprings.com. Tonight's player of the game. You know where I'm going to go with it. You know what's going on. And I'm going to play you 2 of them. This is what it sounded in the beginning.
Here's Anthony Davis, right side to LeBron. LeBron one-on-one against Barnes. Bounce pass to Davis, lays it up, in, and a foul. And I'm calling it right now, Michael. 1 minute and 10 seconds in. Anthony Davis is having a 40-point game tonight.
Oh, wow. You're going to go for 40. Boy.
40.
Hoist up a...
All right, here's AD. He's got 39 points in this game. This free throw would give him 40. It's good.
And he finishes with 41. Anthony Davis, tonight's player of the game, driven by your Southern California Toyota dealers. We make it easy. Westchester, home of the Comets. Let's go out to Gabe. The Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN. What's up, Gabe?
What's going on, Beto? One of the things that you said earlier is a win's a win, but I'm going to share the sentiment of you and every other caller that it's a win, but I am concerned about a few things. The last caller, I think his name's Calvin, touched on a couple things that I really think are accurate, and I want to elaborate a little more. Number one, and this is something I've seen all season, and it's surprising on a Darvin Ham team because Darvin Ham's always been very defensive-weighted in the way he coaches. Our off-ball rotation on three-point shooting is god-awful. Pascal Siakam, I think he had 2 threes in a row that was literally from the same spot. I think they ran the same exact play to him.
Yep.
And to not be able to adjust to that on a guy who is a proven shooter where you don't at least try to adjust and step up. Yeah, give up the layup on that, but, don't give the guy the same shot. It's letting Pascal, who's an all-star or a former all-star, but still a great player, get into rhythm. I also think that the Raptors record is a little bit deceptive. I think since the trade that they made, they've been excellent. They've really gelled well. But one thing, I'll end on a positive, and I'll let you chime in on what I just said. The positive I'll say is Christian Wood being on the floor at the same time of Anthony Davis. What I think it did, especially in the fourth quarter, is with Christian Wood shooting and his perimeter outside-in game, that opened up the defense, and that draws away the big double team from Anthony Davis. Now Anthony can eat up anybody in the post. There's nobody really – I can name one or two people who maybe be able to guard Anthony Davis one-on-one in the post. But, like, with Christian Wood being able to knock down threes and pull the defense out, that enables Anthony Davis to do so many more things within 10 feet. But the final thing I'll say is I don't know as if we need a bunch of pieces at the deadline. It'd be nice to get some consistent shooting. We just need the players we have to try every night. That's the 4-game skid that we have. I just feel like we didn't try. There was no heart in it. Nobody really wanted to go out there. And I'm like, bro, you're paid to play basketball for a living, and it's a blessing. Go out there and play hard. I hate to say heat culture, but at least there's a temperament in that franchise of every night you go out there, and even if you lose with effort. You don't go out just head hanging, walk off the floor. So I do like that they gave a little more effort, but I think there were a couple things that need to be improved upon in the game. And thanks for taking the call, Beto.
Gabe, as always, excellent points. Let me get you a couple. So you're talking about how Wood draws attention and it gets people away from double teaming Anthony Davis. It's exactly what Robert Horry was showing right now on Spectrum Sportsnet. So as you're on the radio, they're showing exactly what you were talking about on Spectrum Sportsnet. So Gabe, you're onto that. You're right. Because Christian Wood knocking down shots and getting people away, Anthony Davis on a double team, it's hard. One-on-one, nobody's stopping him, especially the way that he's been going. And as far as like the energy from when they were losing those 4 games, I'll tell you this. You're around with me down on the floor. Didn't they look fresher today, the players? Didn't they look like like they had some coffee or something, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's because they've been home. And I'm not the one that was going to make the excuses, hey, these guys have been traveling. And Michael says that all the time, hey, you stay in fancy hotels, you fly private. But there's something to be said for being able to practice and not having to get on the plane. Yeah, they're going to play a lot because every other game, but it's different knowing where you're at and you know what city you're in.
And I know that they travel and, to go to 5-star hotels, private flights or whatever, but still, energy, it takes you energy to travel. Yeah. Seriously, we've all traveled. It takes you energy.
You got to get up in the body clock and everything else. Yeah. Let me play you Darvin Ham about the scoring.
Just us constantly watching film and seeing ways we can get better. Just encouraging, obviously being alert and active defensively. And I think that provides the juice. When you're getting stops, you're able to get sometimes the best offense is a really good defense. And our ability to get stops, hold teams to one possession, gather long rebounds or rebounds in the paint and get the ball going, down the other way. Guys running, sprinting, when they attack their running habits and just moving the ball. Everything seems to be happening in flow. 34 assists just means guys are willing passers, and we encourage our guys to be shot aggressive. And, not a lot of times early on, especially the last month or so, we had a ton of times where guys are catching the ball and being indecisive. But I think the way we've been attacking the paint and spraying the ball around, just energy, the ball finds energy, and guys are again not hesitating as much and really being aggressive from the 3-point line and at the rim.
Energy, spreading the ball around. 7 different Lakers in double figures, including all 5 of their starters. Darvin Ham on Spectrum Sportsnet. And yeah, there's something to be said about watching film at home and actually practicing. This tweet comes in from a Radio Michael fan. Come on, Beto. A win is a win. There is no sloppy win or doesn't feel right win. There's no column like that in the standings. At this point, with this Lakers team, we will take a W any way we can. I expected more at the beginning of the season, but after 38 games, we kind of know not to. And right now, the Lakers are 19-19. You're right. There is no sloppy win column. A win is a win. But, we have higher standards here on the Lakers postgame show. You gotta win with a little style, a little pizzazz, a little oomph right now. James in L.A., you're on the Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN. James, get rid of everybody, huh?
Yes. Well, I don't think the Lakers are going to get any better until they can have their point guard on the floor at the closing minutes of the game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, D'Angelo Russell, he just looked like he's just not there anymore.
Mm-hmm.
If I was to trade for a guard, I don't think I would go for the Zach LaVine because his contract is too big. But what do you think about Malcolm Brogdon? He's an experienced point guard.
Now, that's an interesting one. You must have been listening to George Sedano this afternoon because Brogdon brought that up, and he's in Portland, I believe, right now, right? So Brogdon,
yeah.
I love his game because he's from the University of Virginia. I'm a big college basketball fan. And Tony Bennett, the dudes that he produces at Virginia, they always come out like dogs, like they're ready to go. And Brogdon isn't the name that's going to be, sexy or anything like that, but he's there in Portland for a reason, with Scoot and what they're doing. But if he's available, I'll take somebody like that because what is he? He's a guard that wants the ball in his hands.
Right. And then plus, he played with Milwaukee, so he's a veteran.
Yep.
And he played with Boston. So, I mean, he's a good point guard.
Wait, that's right. He was with Boston, huh? Because I know he's gone on a couple different teams. Let me look at where he was at. He was in Boston last year. That's right. Because he was with Milwaukee and the Pacers. I forgot about Boston. Yeah. He
went in a Drew Holiday trade.
Yes. He was the sixth man of the year a couple years ago.
That's right.
That's the kind of dude.
The Lakers was trying to get him for a while, but now that he's up in Portland, they want to try to go young. Why don't they give up like a Hood Schifino and some I don't know, Roy and that's what he would do it.
Now it's interesting. I just looked up Brogdon's contract. He has a 2-year, $45 million. So this year he's earning $22.5. Next year he'll hit $22.5. Oh, so maybe that's part of the reason too. But it's only 2 years. I'd rather have 2 years than instead of the Zach LaVine that has got longer than that. James, I agree with you. There's going to be some kind of movement. Malcolm Brogdon, that's a name we're going to keep on the radar. But James, appreciate the phone call tonight. Lakers postgame show.
One way we can get Malcolm Brogdon would be if Portland was like, hey, we just want to just get rid of him and just cut him, and then we just them to buy out market or something. I think that's even more plausible than the Lakers trading room.
Yeah, but if you trade, this is why people who make way more money than us are going to do that. Rob Pelinka.
But we speculate, though. That's what we do.
There's a lot of speculation. Rob Pelinka has been at every single game. He's there. He speaks with Darvin Ham before every single game. And tonight there was a lot of NBA insiders. I'll tell those stories coming up next. Lakers win the night on I don't even know what day it is. It's Tuesday. Lakers win the night. A dude hits a shot for 100,000. They win 132-131. Coming up, kids in the back, $100,000, and a little cheeseman around the court on the Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN.
710 ESPN.
Highlights from tonight's Lakers game and your reaction on the Lakers line.
Call now to be part of the Lakers postgame show and react on the game.
Once again,
here's Beto Duran.
Lakers win tonight. Nice young man, Will, playing this jam. We'll tell a story about this song coming up in a couple of minutes with the kids in the back. Let's go out to Whittier with Beto from Whittier on the Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN. Hey, I appreciate you calling, Beto. I appreciate the support
What
from
up,
you.
Beto?
Okay, so yeah, I saw Funchy on the way to the elevator like around the third or fourth quarter.
Oh,
man.
you went to the game?
It was a fun game to be at, man.
You went to the game?
Yeah, we went to the game, bro. It was my wife's birthday.
Oh.
We were, bro. She even called it. She was like, "They're gonna win by one, but it's gonna be a game. It's gonna be a win regardless because they're gonna win by one regardless." So, I mean, dude, I was looking at the guy that was gonna hit the half court shot, and I was like, I don't know. As it went up, I was like, I don't know. And this. Oh, I'm sorry. That thing went in, and it was like, man, it was just a fun game to be at. I didn't ever think that the Raptors were just going to be a pushover because, like you guys said, ever since that trade, man, I think you mentioned it. They already Barrett and Quickly had almost 40 points by halftime for the Raptors, bro. I mean, it was like that trade has transformed that team so much. Siakam plays with so much more energy now, probably. And yeah, man, he's live. He can shoot from everywhere in the building, man. When Braun pulled up from the S in Lakers, man, I was like, wait, this is going to be a back and forth game, and it turned out to be a pretty good game. Yeah, I'm with Beto, bro. It doesn't need to be that hard, but I mean that's the state of affairs that we're in currently, man. Once we do get a little bit more healthier, I know everyone's using that thing about, oh yeah, no, we're not 100%, but you see, man, once those pieces start to fit in, maybe a little things become more cohesive. Maybe we're not struggling as much, but either way, man, it was a great game to be at. And, you know, just what is it, game number 30 of the season or something like that?
That was game 38. They're now 19 and 19. And Beto, feliz cumpleaños a tu esposa. Right. Happy birthday to her. And I'm glad the Lakers got her a victory tonight, man. I'm happy for you guys. So thanks for going. And next time, say hi to me too, Brown. Don't just say hi to Funch.
I didn't see you, bro. I would have looked for you, but
I sit right behind him. I sit right behind him.
Right behind him. No, I would have seen you, but
hey, to his defense, we saw each other in the elevator, man.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, I appreciate it. We're in 111, right behind him. And Beto, thanks so much for the call. And you make some good points because you know this is also where we get caught up. As the host, you got to break down the game, see what's going on, and you know you look at it from a different perspective. You know, at the same time, I appreciate a phone call like Beto. No relation, by the way, mi tocayo. Because sometimes you just realize that, you know, people are only going to go see one Laker game if they ever go in their life. Like, there was people there that had a sign that said, I'm all the way from Australia, right? And this is like where I become cynical working in this business about how, you got to be complaining about this, you got to complain about that. At the end of the day, look it through the eyes of a fan. Hey, they got the victory. Lakers win 132-131. They'll figure things out. The next up will be the Suns on Thursday. All right, let's go out to the kids in the back. My boy Parker Bell with the social media segment as we wrap up the show tonight. Parker Bell and Mr. Flores, I'm sorry. I keep saying Flores. What do we have? What did you see? What have you guys posted on the Lakers social media accounts?
First off, you're making me feel good calling me a kid, you know, at 26, but we don't gotta we don't gotta age me. It's been a great day.
Hold on. Okay, introduce yourself one more time.
Parker Bell and Warren Flowers, the part-time ESPN LA social media guys.
All right, Warren, this is the first time you worked on the show with me. So, Warren, where are you from?
I'm from right around the way. I was born in the Los Angeles area, grew up in Rialto, so I'm from around the way.
I love how you're like, I'm from the LA, but I grew up in Rialto.
You know, I had to start you off with the high stuff, and then I end on a low.
Let me get this. You went to elementary in LA?
No, I went to elementary, so I did like preschool in LA.
Throw out the streets, man. Let them know where you're from. Represent.
So I grew up on 27th and Normandy. So right
For real?
there. 27th in Normandy, 27th in Halldale. My grandma stayed
You're right
there.
down the street from SC, man. You're
Right there.
You're a real one. You're a real one.
At least part-time, right?
Yeah, I mean, hey, that's what. Hey, if you were selling parking spots at USC, you're all right.
Just on the weekends, baby.
Exactly.
Just on the
And then you
weekends.
grew up in Rialto.
Right.
Did you go to Ike?
I did. Went to Eisenhower.
All right, cool. There you go, man. So you know what's up. Now you're back here. What college you go to?
I went to CSU, so I went to Cal State San Bernardino.
There you go. Was it not the Roadrunners? They are the
Coyotes.
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 Yeah.
Ooh.
The CCAA conference, right?
That is us.
All right. So what do you got for me?
I mean, so Twitter was cooking, our communities was cooking, socials was cooking about the post-game interview with Raptors head coach Darko Rajakovic. He pretty much, long story short, went in on the officiating, pretty much said they handed the Lakers the game.
Oh.
They could have mailed it in. He pretty much wrapped it up with pointing to the free throw disparity. And the free throw disparity, Beto, was the Lakers had 36 free throws. The Raptors only had 13. In the fourth quarter is where it really stood out. The Lakers shot 23 free throws. The Raptors shot 2.
We have the sound for you here.
23 free throws for them, and we get 2 free throws in the fourth quarter. Like, how to play the game. I understand respect for all stars and all that, but we have star players on our team as well. How's possible that Scotty Barnes, who is all-star caliber player in this league, he goes every single time to the rim with force and trying to get to the rim without flopping and not trying to get foul calls. He gets 2 free throws for the whole game. How's that possible? How are you going to explain that to me? They had to win tonight? If that's the case, just let us know so we don't show up for the game. Just give them a win. But that was not fair tonight. And this is not happening first time for us. Scotty Barnes is going to be all-star. He's going to be the face of this league. And what's happening over here during whole season, I've been holding it back, it's a complete crap.
Coach, do you feel like you're getting any explanations at all? That offensive foul, did you see, get any?
No, there is no explanation. They just come up there, they review and they see what they want to see. They don't want to hear us, what we got to say. They don't want to hear the players. They don't just want to protect us. Over the game, they got 36 free throws, 23 free throws in the fourth quarter. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? How are we supposed to play?
Wow. I haven't heard that. Darko Rajakovic. What was that number again?
That was
the fourth quarter?
23-2 in the fourth quarter.
Yikes.
Let me add one more thing, too.
Now, let me give you this. In the first half, Toronto went to the line 7 times, the Lakers 6. But also, Toronto, and again, there's going to have the discrepancy. There's always going to be the referee discrepancies, right?
There's one more thing that he also said.
What you got?
It wasn't on that soundbite, but this is the exact quote. They had to win tonight. If that's the case, just let us know so we don't show up for the game. Just give them the win. That's not fair tonight.
Yeah, Darko. Hey, I love that he's fighting for his players. I love that he's getting after it. Darko, just give you a heads up. He's been around for a while. He was a Memphis Grizzlies assistant, a Suns assistant, OKC assistant. He actually coached in the G League about a decade ago. He's from Serbia. So Darko Rajakovic. He's only 44, so he was going after it, bro. Good for him. I like that you're going to fight for your players, but at the same time, when you have nobody over 6'8", 6'9", guarding Anthony Davis, he's going to get fouled. That's going to happen. And you're shooting a lot of threes. That's going to be some discrepancy also, as tonight Toronto shot 35 three-pointers. All right, what else you got, Will?
Well, so good job, Warren, for finding that.
Warren,
that
sorry.
Story real quick.
I'm looking at Will Bynum right here.
Speaking of Darko as well, he just had a chop shop with Phil Jackson the other day too. I saw on social media.
Okay, nice.
And now he's, we saw what he just did. So what moving on to the fun stuff, Beto, we saw you were there on the floor today on courtside was Grupo Frontera, the pride of Texas. You heard him on the intros.
Play that again, nice young man, Will Flores. Okay, so Grupo Frontera. I love that you're bringing this up, Parker. All right, go for it.
I'm going to go ahead and throw it on the YouTube screen. If you're watching, you'll be able to see a shot where Beto Duran basically looks like he is a part of the band member.
Oh, I'm all about it.
Perfect accent, too, Parker.
Yeah, Parker. Hey, Parker's from Orange County.
I know what you're saying.
He's close to Santana. Chapman's close to Santana.
Damn right.
So Grupo Frontera. And you posted this on the Instagram feed. I thought you were just going to do it on the story. And the guy in the white jacket right there, Bayo, is the lead singer. So this is a younger band. They're out of the Rio Grande Valley. To say that I listen to them all the time would be a complete lie. I am so old right now. I am chasing like attention and I'm chasing likes. I'm not going to lie about it. That's what I'm doing. But the thing about the Lakers, these guys are playing Calibash this weekend. They sold out Microsoft Theater, I think, next week. They have over 2 million followers. Now, Funch, if you look at them, they all come up in their puffy jackets. Mexican dudes with hats. I know who they are because, like, they're on the floor. They got seats right there, right? And that brand with the G, what's it called, Funch? Yeah, exactly. Is Givenchy?
Gucci?
No, Givenchy?
Oh, Givenchy.
That one. They all had that on, so I'm like, okay, these guys got money.
Man.
So I asked one of
That's
the
rich, baby.
I asked one of the ushers. I'm like, who are they? She's like, here, that's who they are. I was like, oh yeah. So I went up to him like, Parker, come to the floor. He's like, why? I'm like, those guys right there. We need to take a picture of them because I knew that the first time they were at a Laker game because they were there at 7:00. The game was at 7:30, right? So if you have floor seats, you wait till you show up as the game starts, right, to make the appearance. So we talked to them, and they actually did a shout-out video on the Instagram story. And when you posted it on the Instagram, if you go look at the ESPN LA account, people are like, who are these guys? Who are these guys? Who are these guys? And then like, hey, just because you don't know who they are, 2 million other people do. Just like when we post some people who I'm like, I don't have no idea. Like, hey, Taylor Swift, you post her, I have no idea what she looks like. Like, well, shout out to Emily from the morning show. Like, but hey, this is what we do. We represent everybody in LA, and let's go. So good job, mi amigo Parker.
Yeah, anytime. And hey, the video, the shout out video from Bayo is on the Twitter. So if anybody can translate that for me, go right ahead because I didn't have time.
And actually, you don't have to translate it, man. You're in LA. But they were cool about it, huh?
Yeah, no, those guys were very cool. Seems like a great group of guys, and I'd be excited to see them. I mean, I haven't really been introduced to that much music, so Beto, can show us the way.
Let me tell you, Parker, I'm an old, how do you say it? Old, abuelo, viejito. I'm the old dude, right? Like, I'll be 46 this year. Like, that concert right there, you're going to have to stand and, like, party and sway. That ain't doing it, man. Yeah. But Lakers win the night 132-131. What else we got? You guys, everything's posted on the social media accounts, right?
Yeah, and the one last thing that's trending, everybody saw it. It's trending across NBA, Twitter, TikTok, everything, is the man Fidel Olmos from Redlands, California, who hit the half-court shot, Beto, for $100K.
Oh, yeah, we got him. Did you guys interview him?
So John Ireland and Michael got him on the third chair.
Oh, nice.
Right after he had hit the shot. So I don't know if we have the clips of it, but he did have some funny quotes saying, yesterday he was playing basketball, went 0 for 13.
Nice.
Just how grateful he was for winning the $100K.
Yeah, $100K. And, of course, Michael Thompson immediately goes to the fact that he's going to lose a bunch in Texas.
Yes, that was a discussion during the break.
Exactly. Great job by the kids in the back. Great job by Will Flores running the show. Great job by Michael Funches, everything. Go and check out Funches on my Instagram. I keep harassing him. And a reminder, the LA County Department of Mental Health wants to remind everyone that there is free emotional support, service, referrals, and crisis counseling available 24/7 at 1-800-854-7771 or at dmh.lacounty.gov. All right, good show today. I was a little flustered at the beginning, couldn't figure things out, but now at the end of the show, a little recap here, Funch. Hey, a win's a win, man. Just take it right now. Just take it. Like right now. Build momentum, build some stuff, and I was telling you guys.
When we get to April, we're going to forget how they won this game anyway.
Yeah, so we're going to forget all about this. And this is what's going on with the Lakers. Mentioned a lot of insiders. So the other night, Brian Windhorst was on the floor from ESPN. Tonight, Shams Charania was on the floor. And you're like, wait a minute, a Tuesday against Toronto shouldn't be bringing out this much media? Oh, no. The Lakers are the team that everybody in the country is talking about. Everybody's trying to figure out what's going to happen. But at the end of the day, how do you cure a lot of the problems? By winning. Lakers do that. 132-131. Thanks, everybody listening. Thanks, everybody on the YouTube page, everybody on the social media accounts. We will talk to you Thursday. They take on the Suns. It's a TNT game, so pregame at 5:30. Tip-off at 7. I'm Beto Duran for everybody behind the scenes. Thanks for listening to Lakers Postgame Show on 710 ESPN.